Hello and welcome to The Big Question. I'm Vikram Oza, and tonight we're asking a very simple question. Can you trust what's on that plate of food that you consume? Because from restaurants and bakeries to milk suppliers to medicines, cosmetics even quick commerce platforms, India's food safety system is suddenly hugely under the scanner. It's the man in question right now, the Maharashtra FDA Commissioner, is someone we spoke to at length, asking him exactly why it is happening at such ferocity, at such aggression right now. We came away with this reply.
If you are speaking about food sector, so they have got what we call a cloud kitchens concept is there, dark kitchens concept is there. Once the platform gets the order, they provide the service there. In my order, I have made it very, very clear. Whatever platforms they have to identify and declare which source they are purchasing from. Whatever that they call dark cloud kitchen or whatever, they have to source. It has to be registered. It has to follow all the norms and standards which are there for restaurants and hotel, whatever those are there. They have to follow it, and they have to be transparent about it.
There you heard the Maharashtra FDA Commissioner Tukaram Munde, the officer at the center of this crackdown. He's making it clear that nobody is off limits as well, that the law applies equally, whether it's a five-star hotel, a roadside eatery, a quick commerce dark store. It's all the same. So yes, you heard him. Let's take this across to our panel. Pradeep Chakraborty is joining us. He's former Director for Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSAI. Pradeep Chakraborty is with us. Sachin Taparia is also with us, founder and chairman of Local Circles. Supreme Court lawyer, Mr. Jotwani, Mr. Dinesh Jotwani here with us as well. And joining us here is Dhruva Karunakar Shetty. He is, of course, an actor and a producer, but also he is the CEO of Srinathji's Cuisine. It runs several eating joints like Govinda's, Anna's Kapi. Great to have you, gentlemen. But let me, Mr. Jotwani, you tell us if a restaurant is knowingly serving unsafe food, I should say, or even if it's a platform that is repeatedly delivering expired products, then do you think license suspension is enough as a punishment? Or should consumers then be able to seek much stronger penalties, much higher compensation?
Yeah, actually this Act FSSAI itself has provisions of penalties that can be imposed on an online platform or, if a restaurant selling stale food, there is mislabeling. So all those offenses are there. And I'll say this is a very, very important act passed by the legislature. It has not been taken seriously.
Why not? Why not, sir?
Because of the implementation itself, it has not been implemented. The act itself has very heavy penalties. If you look at Chapter 9 of this act, FSSAI Act, Chapter 9 talks about, of course, it talks about imprisonment that may happen for 6 months. I mean, it's a bailable offense, but then the final penal provisions are very heavy. And then there can be a fine ranging from 5 lakhs to 20 lakhs to even 1 crore rupees if it happens, massively, as probably happening with these platforms. But why it has not been taken seriously so far is very unfortunate. In fact, what has happened is, as was pointed out earlier, these platforms, these e-commerce platform or the delivery platforms that have just come up, during COVID time, they became very, very popular among population. So probably FSSAI thought that we are only there for restaurants or for, small vendors. But when it becomes so massive where, when you buy food online and there is no provision, you can see that the expiry date is not mentioned or it's misconfigured. What you buy and you don't get that delivered. So all these problems are now started coming during COVID period.
Let me ask, food safety cannot be an occasional raid-driven exercise. Trust is built when you have enforcement, which is, of course, consistent, compliance, which is non-negotiable, and consumers have this complete transparency about what they are eating, what they are asking for to be on their plates. So the bigger message from Maharashtra's crackdown is that food safety, no longer just a regulatory issue, it is a public health issue. And the cost of getting it wrong is paid by every single consumer. I want to thank my panelists for joining us, Pradeep Chakraborty, Sachin Taparia, Dhruva, and our consumer lawyer, Mr. Jotwani, as well. Thank you for joining us and sharing your insights. And yes, viewers, when we talk about convenience and discounts and branding, that should never come at the cost of safety. We need to ask the questions, we need to read those labels, and we need to know what we are putting on our plates and in our tummies. That's all we have the time for on this edition of The Big Question. I'm Vikram Oza from me and the team. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.